Come through, queen. I wanna see ya. Come through, queen.
Hi, everyone. It's Dan.
And Brendan.
And this is Come Through, Queen. Well. Welcome back, Brendan.
I'm back.
First, I gotta say, thanks again to Liz Bentley.
Thank you, Liz.
We had a great episode last week.
Loved it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great feedback on that one. And you're back.
I'm back. And I'm on the eve of my sabbatical from work.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
So I'll be off for 8 weeks.
We're also on the eve of a journey to deep space, one might say.
Yeah, we're going to DC to see Deep Space.
I can't wait. Brendan surprised this household with the Deep Space vinyl straight from BravoCon.
Yes.
Which was very exciting.
Bought it at Candace's booth.
Yeah, supporting artists.
Mm-hmm.
So that's amazing. We're going to obviously be talking about that next week.
For sure.
But this week, something in the news happened that had my jaw on the floor.
Was so unexpected, but also so touching at the same time. Unexpected only because
we don't know about what's going on.
Right, but also because of the adult who revealed this news is not somebody who we expected to be this supportive, right?
Right, so what are we talking about?
So we're talking about Alexis Bellino.
Yes.
And I guess 2 days ago, she posted on her Instagram a photo of her and her child, and she said, "Hey world, this is Miles, my transgender son. He's now a month shy of 15 years old, so he's seen the questions and comments made about him on my IG. Miles now has a voice and asked me to do this post." Later in this, she writes, "Miles came out as a transgender boy to me over 16 months ago. He hid it from everyone else for a while, but eventually he got to where we are right now, to his freedom. My son has now flourished. My son now smiles naturally for the first time in years. My son now loves the clothes he wears. My son can breathe knowing he can be his true self. My son lights up every single time a stranger calls him he. My son runs with the boys. My son can actually feel. My son can live life now with his true self." And it's a very long post. It's worth reading.
You press pause if you have not already seen it and read the full post, because never has there been more an important homework assignment. Because I read the whole thing and I was like, this is the best pen to paper any housewife has ever had anywhere.
Exactly. And especially knowing, I think knowing where we last left Alexis on this show, OC.
Oh, yeah.
She was very religious, very conservative. She was with Jim Bellino, both very religious, very conservative.
I mean, talking about Fernanda in a very negative way.
Exactly.
Fernanda and her wife.
So this is just wonderful. I mean, Heather Dubrow was in the comments saying, "So brave and amazing. We love you both." Dr. Dubrow was in the comments. Andy was in the comments. It's just such a wonderful post. And I think just a great thing for somebody like Alexis to post with the audience that she probably has. You know?
She even got the acknowledgement on Watch Time is Live as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was tearing up. My heart grew 10 sizes just reading it. It was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. We do once again have so many programs to attend to.
Yes.
So we're going to just jump right into it. I would say, first of all, we need to kind of catch up on WinterHouse, because you have not said a word about it yet on this podcast.
I haven't.
And what are you feeling?
I think I'm enjoying myself more this year than I was last year.
I think there's definitely more to it.
Yeah.
2 episodes in, and we don't even have a hub house here. We don't even have Naria Tom. We don't even have Austin.
Yeah.
Not that I want him, but
Austin's coming this week, though.
I know.
I will say, I don't know. As somebody who's a charmer again, I like when the charm guys are in the picture, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's my problem.
Yeah.
I just think the dynamics are interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's these new people are also more interesting, I feel than some of the new people last year.
Yeah, I do think we did a good job in terms of giving a reason for the season.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Rachel, florist, great, come in here. Corey, frat brother, great, come in here. And then like the one that we have the least reason for,
Miss Metaverse?
she's the one, she's actually like creating a new metaverse in this house.
Well, I mean, first of all, her avatar is just like Lindsay Hubbard, but mini.
I mean, like, maybe she is actually Lindsay logged into the metaverse.
Are we still using the word avatar in 2022?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hello, Avatar is coming back in like less than 2 months, I think.
Hasn't that taken like 1,000 years?
So, like, okay, are we going to do it? Are we going to like jump into the Avatar cinematic universe?
Oh, no, I never saw that.
Oh, no, you never saw the original. Well, you're in luck because I believe the original is back in theaters to prepare you for part 2.
I'm okay. Anyways, back to the metaverse.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert, none of the new kids are in Summer House. So you got to like kind of go into it knowing that.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But she's kind of got the whole house running around in circles.
I know. I mean, so with Luke being the news with the Ashley of it all from BravoCon, to watch Luke be back in this house and like try to interact with women in the way that he does, I was like, oh, I forgot that like you're not the king that we necessarily thought you were. And I forgot how you acted in these situations.
Well, something else to remember, he's also not in Summer House. I think he just shows up in a guest appearance.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm giving context.
Yeah, we need him to be with Ashley.
No, so I was not expecting the trajectory of events from episode 1 to episode 2. Because it did feel like episode 1, I'm not trying to be Team Luke, but I thought like we were ready for a season-long showmance.
Exactly. Surprise, bitch.
But then, like, she's not feeling it, which she's allowed to not feel it. And
Pearl sweeps in.
Pearl, your brother Pearl.
My brother Pearl.
He sweeps in, takes her grocery shopping, and when they're grocery shopping and buying like one tomato, one asparagus, 2 chicken cutlets, I'm like, how is Jason gonna whip up a family meal out of like 4 items?
Well, they send the 2 stupidest people to the store. But also, like, I will say, like, I think like grocery shopping can be romantic, which is why I think is a reason why Pearl and Metaverse like are.
It's very like Sweet Nothing's Taylor Midnight's edition.
Exactly. It's like, haha, tomato.
Okay. But I don't even think she's into Pearl. I think she is just kind of getting like the lay of the land.
Yeah. I mean, she's young. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Okay. I talked about it last week, but I'm loving like Kyle and Amanda in a good place.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard information about Summer House.
Oh.
They don't get the primary bedroom.
Oh yeah, no. I know that. But I think, you know what? I bet you like it's not even a fight.
I bet it's a fight.
No.
He's so annoying about rooms. Actually, he's okay. List of people who are annoying about rooms. Craig, top.
Yeah.
Kyle, second.
Okay.
Paige is up there too.
Okay.
And then the rest don't care.
So in my mind as a little cookie, it's like I could picture him being like, okay, I've been through the engagement, the delayed engagement, the wedding. I'm not gonna be like, we need the primary bedroom.
They're gonna be, we're married. We need the primary bedroom.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Couples do that. The rest of us are in a twin-sized bed in the hallway.
Where you belong. Okay. So, Craig's an animal.
He's horrible.
And like, you're a charmer. So how do you reconcile this?
The thing is, among the charmers,
He's
he fits
like
in.
God.
He fits in. Like, it's funny to see him go to Patricia's house, pour red wine on a couch, break 2 chairs.
And you're rooting for him.
And you're rooting for him because it's comedy. Here it's just annoying. He's throwing money at everything, and it's like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
It's like we're not gonna hire a house cleaner to come in here because then we're gonna have to like waste like airtime because we can't like exist in the house.
Okay.
Like the fun of this house is that you clean.
So we clean, and I would put that in quotation marks because post cleaning, we have footage of the supposedly clean house, and there's shit all over the floor.
Walking on broken glass.
I mean, I do think we cleaned the glass, but there was still like confetti and streamers and.
I'm pretty sure someone said they stepped on broken glass.
Okay. I'm nauseated. I do feel like Luke last year, if I remember correctly, it was the same disaster, but he did keep the one pristine bedroom, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then here we go with him being run out of the house by Craig.
I know.
So where did you land with this?
I was like, girl, where do you think you're going?
But this spun out of him touching Paige.
It's like a pissing match between two guys, and I don't land on a side.
So it felt like Paige didn't really care, and but Craig took it as like an affront.
Yeah, well, because Craig was already mad at Luke.
Yeah,
Luke probably did it on purpose because he's a little bitch, as we've learned. It's like,
well, I mean, I do think like Luke and Paige have known each other at this point for years.
Yeah, they're friends.
They're friends. It's
sure.
not. I think it's different from like him and Metaverse.
I know, but like men like get like territorial. These men are fucking cavemen.
Yeah,
they're all of them, including your beloved Kyle. He actually probably looks the most like a caveman.
Well, he's the one making hair choices. I'm just not understanding.
It's caveman hair.
I don't think he's caveman yet in this.
No, but in Bravo Conch, he was for sure.
Well, so what's funny is he's caveman for Summer House, but then caveman begun during WinterHouse confessional season, and he showed like BTS of like them pinning it back so that you couldn't see.
Gross.
The mullet.
The confessionals for WinterHouse are like throwing me off just because like the women are all like coming in ball gowns, and it's like I expect them to be in like winter cozies.
Oh yeah, I mean I do kind of like them. I think this is maybe the first time where we're really
Housewives
acting housewiveian.
Yeah, and it's the
Sierra. I feel like Sierra and like the first Dorit post burglary. I'm going to the funeral confessional.
Sure.
Like are hand in hand.
And then Paige has adopted the fucking gloves. And it's like, she's not in this confessional. At least they're disconnected. But there is a plague going on among housewives, especially in confessionals. And it came from the Kardashians first. It's the connected gloves.
To me, I was asking Paige, why are your gloves not connected?
But at least...
You said at least.
Right, but like, at least...
See, I think she wanted that look, but didn't like land the plane.
Get the look? Okay. Sure. I'm like, maybe she wants to just go wash her hands after she goes to the bathroom.
Okay.
Practical.
I mean, I think where we're landing is that this might be better than WinterHouse season 1.
I definitely think so. The world is more built out. Like we have more histories. There's also new people. We're in the metaverse,
and we still have more to come. Really, I do wonder. First season of WinterHouse was 6 episodes. We're already rolling into episode 3,
and Austin is coming, and then we still have to get Carl and Hubhouse
and the Toms.
That's
a lot to get to.
And the Toms are such a big part of the trailer.
Yeah.
They greeted us in the trailer and they said goodbye to us in the trailer.
Yeah. Okay. Let's shuffle along to Potomac. We are week 3. Granted, present day, we finally do have taglines, but episode 3, we're fighting for our lives with no taglines.
It's fine. We're changing it up. There's no rules in Housewives anymore.
It's fine. There's no rules. Although I gotta say, I don't think these taglines set me on fire quite like they have in the past from this city.
Okay.
Especially like Ashley Darby, I maybe expect more from.
Karen set you on fire was literally about fire.
Well, for me, it was almost like that should have been yours last year.
Sure.
Why are we lighting the candle once again?
Because we got to keep selling the candles. She was selling them at BravoCon.
But I don't think the candles, the candles were a plot point last year. I don't think they're a plot point this year.
Again, no rules. Should we do a little bit of like care or don't care with the taglines?
Sure, yeah. Pull it up, yeah.
Classique. Okay, so let's start with Karen. Just like a 3-wick, I burn slow and never waver.
I'm going to say not care. And I do love Robin jumping into the comments saying 3 wicks famously burn quicker than a single wick.
I know. And then Karen like posting someone's Google screenshot about 3 wicks saying they don't burn quicker.
Get easy for Angela on the horn. That's the voice I will listen to for this.
Agreed. So Ashley Darby, you may think you know my story, but there's always a plot twist.
This is not giving me enough.
I think this works though. It like is classic. It like is
okay.
The cadence is there.
Sure.
Okay. Candy Gal. My vocals are clean, but my reads are for filth.
I would say the winner.
Probably one of the stronger
winner,
ones.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Sure.
Not just because we're going to deep space.
It is because you are a blind stan.
Okay.
Giselle. I'm pretty, petty, and always sitting on ready.
No.
I mean, Mother Goose. We love when Mother Goose jumps out.
Where's the word? Where's the street?
I mean, I do wish she had continued the word on the street after seasons 1 and 2, but she didn't, and that was a choice. I hope she brings it back next season, especially because she is talking about some words on some streets or some words in some hotel rooms in New Jersey.
Yeah. Although, I don't want her to have her best tagline in her flop season, which we're currently in the thick of, which I can't wait to get in.
Sure. I mean, flop season, but somebody's actually doing something.
Okay.
I may not remember everything, but you'll never forget me. Mia Thornton.
Okay. It's objectively bad, but
it fits her.
It's actually I think it's becoming iconic.
Mia actually is becoming iconic this season because of this kind of energy.
Yeah. She's a housewife that I don't think is trying to produce, and then also just falls into mistakes left and right.
It's delusion. It's giving Sheree almost.
Oh yeah,
in a little bit of ways.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I see that. Sure.
Robin Dixon. When it comes to the truth, I always arrive on time.
I would say this might be second place only because I love talking about her always being late.
Exactly. That's the point, Yolanda.
Yeah.
That's the gag. That's the reference. Unafraid to reference.
Yeah.
And then Wendy Osefo. Oh my God. I'm a Nigerian queen with no time for mean.
See, am I a Wendy fan? Yes. I just don't know what this is about.
Also, let's not pretend that we're always nice all the time because we're not.
Yeah. Which the producers are going to show us.
Exactly.
The Wendy hot mic moment.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is I was Team Wendy in the Robin Wendy fight in the dance studio. Because she's you guys are coming in to the Spring Fling Taco Celebration of Life party being where's the cancer? I don't see it on you. And then Robin's well, you were having doubts. It was I wasn't going about it the same way that you were. So I'm Team Wendy there.
Yeah, but then she turns she's around.
She's lying.
I mean, she's almost the worst of the bunch. If she's trying to be an angel on camera and then a devil when she's with producers.
No, but I actually I almost kind of like the energy with the producers. I'm just ha ha ha, we're friends.
I know, but she didn't know. She didn't know we were going this far.
She didn't. And then, that's the fourth wall. And then speaking of the fourth wall.
Hello.
I never thought I would live to see the day where we're all kind of throwing parades in the street for Candy Gal.
The tide has really changed.
So for someone I never thought the audience would love.
I know.
Because people were anti-Candace since she joined the show, really.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm proud of her.
Yeah. I mean, yes, there are parts of this that are not great, but I'm not looking for Mother Teresa on Housewives.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You've been quoting the things that aren't great all week.
You're saying it like it's just me. It's like the internet.
It's not me.
It's not you, but it's most of the internet.
No, I know. I mean, also, like, here's the thing. Giselle is down bad right now.
She is at her lowest.
Yeah.
Scrambling.
Yeah.
Run into Karen's house, please.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, don't you love to see it? This is what I said.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
You tried to drag me online after you recorded last week's episode as if I have not said from the jump that I am a Giselle superfan, and that means being a superfan at her highest and her lowest.
Yes.
I know she's down bad. I know she's done bad.
Of course.
And as a fan, I
appreciate
can appreciate what she brings to the show.
Yeah. No, of course.
You tried to subtweet me with not even tagging me.
I know, but that's like the fun of it. That's the fun of it.
No. You're down bad with that.
Okay. But it was kind of funny that like so like, oh wait, maybe I want to like finish a little bit more with Candace. Just like the demand
for Eric.
Well, that was the previous week. This go around, the demand to keep my fourth wall in.
Yes, that was. We have not seen. It's history.
It is.
It's world history. And they kept it in. They didn't have to keep it in.
They didn't have to keep in the demand.
Yeah.
And they kept the demand in.
Yeah. She's got the girls running in circles. She's got Eric running in circles.
And like Eric's like scrambling for words of like how to justify and this or that. We don't tell the girls what to say.
You know who we need to look out for at Deep Space? Eric. I don't know if any of the other girls will be there, but I think Eric will be there.
If he knows what's good for him, he should be there. Well, okay, so it's funny for like Candace to kind of just run out. And then Giselle's like, all right, who's next? One at a time. It's like, let's go back to the purple room. You and Mia.
Just like doing work.
Yeah. Which like, I think like the Candace thing was like, all right, well, I guess I gotta like really make up with Mia.
So that I have someone on my side for sure.
It was so funny. Oh my God. Yeah. So then we all get back together. Isn't there stuff with like Ashley? Everyone's bringing something to the table. There's something with Ashley here. Or am I dreaming?
There's something for Ashley like in the entire thing, but what do you mean here specifically?
Here in the dance hall. Maybe that was previous episode. That was like Ashley and Giselle talking about like taking divorce seriously.
Yes.
And he hasn't cheated on me lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mia and Robin. Not Mia. Well, like Robin, Mia, Wendy. And then Robin is going to throw the family fun event.
Yeah, like a field day.
And invite everyone and not invite Wendy, who's in the room.
She invites them in front. Robin is bringing charisma. She's bringing uniqueness. She's bringing nerve and talent this season. I think like Candace is good in her own way, but I think Robin is so far MVP.
Ooh, she's JV MVP. Candace is like the first. And
No.
Robin's
I think
second.
I would argue differently. Robin like really woke up and like she's got the fans talking.
She does. Okay. She does. Not inviting Wendy. And then this jumps ahead to next week for previews and this or that. But like, there's something about next week where she's like, Wendy, you're still not invited, but send the kids and have Candace act as auntie.
Yes, I watched the clip.
That is nuts.
But she says in the clip, it's because I'm petty.
I mean, I do think like maybe recording Reasonably Shady has been good for her.
I think so too. I listen, and they play off. Okay, so the thing about like Karen trying to say there's cracks between the Green Eyed Bandits, there are no cracks.
Oh, okay.
They record a podcast every week. They love each other.
Sure.
Like it is what it is. So I think it is good for Robin though to be in that. More of her shadiness is coming out. She doesn't always have to be reasonable.
I mean, she is though calling bullshit on Giselle.
Yeah, good. Exactly. As some of Giselle's closest friends do. Me and Robin.
You and Robin, yes. Okay. We're kind of like dipping and doing a lot this episode too.
Well, we're like at a lunch with Robin and Mia.
Well, that one wasn't that interesting to me.
Yeah, I just liked their food orders.
Yeah. Well, I would say the MVP food order was Candace with the lobster roll, and those sweet potato fries were like the most Gorgina sweet potato fries I've ever seen in my life. They were waffle sweet potato fries.
They were waffle.
And like,
did she get a sauce with it? I didn't notice. I would go for honey mustard with a sweet potato fry waffle. It hits.
I know, but I don't know if like honey mustard is what I want with while I'm eating a lobster roll.
Then you enjoy them as separate experiences. I mean, like they don't necessarily go together anyways.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Wendy's like going to the doctor because she's too stressed out.
Yeah.
It's like, so then why are we doing this bar? I mean, like the Wendy journey is just funny.
It's just so all over the place.
Yeah.
None of it makes, we're all convoluted. I would need her a little more in the mix, I think. Like we're going to get more with her being shady about the producer thing, but I don't know if that'll come up till much later.
What producer thing?
Where she was talking shit when she thought she was not mic'd anymore.
Do you think that's going to come back up?
Well, I mean, I hope so if they left it in. Or do you think it's going to be all the way to the reunion?
I think it's going to be a reunion thing. Because then how... In what... I do think, like... I think the Mia thing is going to come to an end soon.
I think there's a world where Wendy starts talking shit a little more openly. So they're including this little tidbit. Otherwise, that's a long way away. We're in episode 3, and they're going to wait for the reunion for that to come up again.
Well, I mean, like, that's kind of like the Dorit burglary, like...
But that was like a big life event.
So how do you envision it coming up if the only other witness is a producer?
I just assume that they're leaving it because Wendy will start to turn her, like, what she thinks more publicly, maybe.
I just hope we don't linger in the Mia thing because I don't think it's that interesting if it's like she doesn't have cancer and then...
Right. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the production of the show. We're not going to get this little scene where Wendy's talking shit only to bring up 20 episodes later on the reunion.
I don't know. I think maybe.
I don't know. We'll call it as we see it. Let's remember this. Put a pin in it. If it comes up before,
okay,
then we'll relitigate.
No, I do think that like Wendy needs to like hang out at Candace's house or something.
She needs to do anything interesting.
You better stop. This is a Dr. Wendy household.
I love Dr. Wendy, but it's like nothing seems real here right now.
Okay.
It's like, why are we bringing... I mean, like, I like to see Peter Thomas here, but it's like, why are we doing this when you, like, all of the things that the women were saying last year about her kind of are, like, coming true a little bit.
Like what?
Just, like, she doesn't... Like, she seems fake, and it's like she's always moving on to something else. Is she still doing candles?
Yes, because I do believe... We have a book coming out, which I'm surprised we haven't even got to that yet in the show. And then she was sending the candles with the book as, press promo.
I know, but are we selling them?
Yeah, of course we're selling them.
Okay. I love Dr. Wendy, but it's like we need to steer the ship somewhere right. And you're right. Maybe she needs to go over to Candace's house and hang out.
Yeah. Okay. We also have Juan and Robin. Mm-hmm. And I got to say... I'm loving the house.
The house is beautiful.
It's definitely better than the West Wing.
Of course.
Not to drag your girl.
No, but I mean, Giselle built in an area that is affluent.
Well, Giselle also like Frankensteined it.
Yeah, she Frankensteined.
Whereas I think Robin built from the ground up.
Exactly. Yeah. I think Giselle's house is going to eventually fill out. Okay.
I mean, it's great to have like different voices on this podcast, like the Giselle stan, not Giselle stan. No, but I stan Giselle. I'm joking.
You're a what? What are you? Who do you stan?
We know I'm a candy gal.
Well, you're a Wendy girl too, but you can't really defend her because what's she doing this season?
No, I'm defending her too. Okay, let's. I do you want to touch on like Giselle going to Karen's home?
Win her over before she knows what's really going on. I like that tactic. Because in present day, Karen's like, I didn't really realize. But like back then, like Giselle told her story and won Karen over in the moment.
But I think even then, like Karen was kind of like, she was being very reasonable.
Right, but she was agreeing with Giselle in the moment for sure.
Yeah.
And she's now backtracking in present day.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good for our girl, Candace. Well, my girl, Candace.
My girl, I fucking bought you an album. You didn't buy her album. I've spent more money on her than you have.
Let's wait till we're done with the merch table.
Okay.
I mean, I was going to buy the vinyl there at the thing, but you very graciously gifted it to this home.
You're being a little bitch. You're acting like I'm not a Candy fan?
Am I a Candy fan? Okay.
No, the truth is, like, all of these women we're fans of.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not Mia as much as the rest.
No, but Mia actually, like, from me going to her, like, I could take her or leave her last season, I'm, like, liking her more this season.
Now that she's giving Sheree.
Yeah, now that she's, like, doesn't know which way is up. The final thing, the lunch with Chris and Robin. I mean, Robin's putting in the work like she has never before, I would say.
That's what I said. That's why she's giving MVP.
I know, but putting in the work for someone else's storyline.
You have to play along with others. That's why this show works. That's why Wendy makes no sense, because she's just like in her own world.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to get in the mix.
Yeah, she's in the mix.
I mean, even Charisse is in the mix. She doesn't know what anyone's talking about, but she's chiming in.
Charisse sounds
Cha-cha. Sorry, we're doing the cha-cha slide.
No, I think Charisse sounds a little confused.
Oh, no. Karen's afraid of Charisse.
Well,
Karen doesn't want to do the cha-cha slide, and I don't blame her.
I think that's more of a next week thing. So we'll see you there. It's time for, sadly, what I believe to be the penultimate episode of Real Girlies in Paris.
Does that mean second to last?
Yeah, the penultimate.
Is pen second?
Yeah.
In what language?
I don't know. The girl.
What you did was, you were like, penultimate, and pointed up as if that was an explanation to my question.
Listen, go ask a linguist, but penultimate is the second to the last.
Okay.
Although some of the girls say like ratings aren't everything. And like
they aren't.
I hope that's true. I hope that to be true.
They aren't everything. I mean, like Dallas skated by on how many poor seasons?
Yeah. Maybe Margot's dad could just like cover the
bankroll
expenses.
It. Yeah. No, I actually do think we're like getting somewhere. Interesting things are happening, and the buzz on some parts of the internet, some parts of the internet is building. I don't know if any of you know a little website called reddit.com, but people say nice things about this show on that little website.
Okay.
You know what else happens there?
What else?
Like probably bad things.
Oh,
like
but Serena Williams's husband made that little thing. So.
And he's the one saying he loves Anya.
He's the one. He's like,
no, people love.
He's finally logging back in.
People on that website love Anya and Aja.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, we're on episode 9. I would say like probably since 6, we finally like became a show. I think the first 5 episodes were more like vibey.
And it was ever since what's her name left, Casey.
R.I.P. girl. Okay, but we're picking up at Chloe Collette.
Oh my God.
So it was truly a fashion show with 5 fashions that kind of look like, I'm saying this with love, but like the template of where
patterns,
but there's no they're all plain and white. So it's like, this is like the silhouette. So like,
that's the, like, when you put together, the template that you're talking about is called a pattern, I think, in fashion.
Oh, I thought you meant it was like a little zigzag or
no,
something.
like when you buy a pattern to like make a dress, or when you create a pattern to make a dress.
Sure. Yeah, my brain, it's the silhouette.
I thought you used to be a Project Runway fan.
That was at this point decades ago. So
last week's episode I wasn't here to talk about, but it truly felt like an episode of Project Runway.
Yeah. You better. I don't care if you need to cry and cut, but you need to cry and cut.
Victoria's sewing girls into things. What's her name? Jenny running around. Is that her name?
But Jenny, can you pick up a needle?
No, she doesn't know how.
So like, I do kind of love the mirror imagery of like, Margot is Jenny. So does that make Jenny a real girly?
Jenny should maybe be a real girly.
Because they're both kind of doing the same exact thing of just being like, can you make this?
Yeah. Do you, like Jenny, there's like a rage inside of her.
Not a rage.
There is. Like when she was greeting all the real girlies who were coming to this show, there was like a true like, girl, like she was grinding.
Like jealous of them?
No, it was
girly?
like, I think she was like mad at Victoria, and I don't think she was happy with the collection. So she was like mad that she had to like greet people to come watch this. Like,
oh, I didn't read it like that. I read it more like, I didn't even hear the grumbling or the gurring. To me, it was more like, oh my God, hi, television star number 2, like, blah, 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 like, thank you for coming here and...
Right, that's what it was
shining
out
the
on
light.
the outside,
Oh,
but
okay.
like, if you really looked inside...
I gotta look inside.
There was like, there's rage there.
Sure.
She wasn't actually like gurring or grinding.
Okay. Love us being at one big table together with Yoan. Mm-hmm. And like Margot and Yoan sniping from across the table.
It's like being at a wedding with like all the like leftovers. I've never been put at the leftover table. Actually, no, once I was.
You're sick. No, I loved that. And I mean, we were kind of like sniping at the collection there.
In confessionals, for sure. Or
Then
at
in
the
confessionals,
table.
but then a little bit at the table, but then once we got to the nail salon.
Oh, all bets were off.
In like the 8th arrondissement, which we didn't want to go to.
Oh my God. It's like, you know when Vicky Gunvalson does this thing where she takes the fake gloves off?
The gloves are
Gloves
off.
were off. She goes, shh, shh.
I know, if we had video, if this was a visual medium, you'd be seeing us taking the gloves off.
That is something that comes up like once a year, but it's the funniest shit. Vicky Gunvalson taking the gloves off.
No, I mean, I don't know which. It's definitely one of the girls that we follow made it, and whoever you are, we salute you.
It must. Okay, let's name names. It must be Maddie Caps, Joe Gunn, Yolanda Pfister.
I think it might be like there's a new girl on
There's
town.
a new girl.
I think like Aiden or something.
I don't know if I follow Aiden. Is that disgraced twink you're always talking to?
No.
There's somebody named Disgraced Twink. When I look at Dan's replies and whatever, he's always like talking to him.
Always talking to a disgrace. So sick.
Because Dan doesn't come up on my main timeline usually because he's shadow banned, so I have to like seek out your tweets.
Yeah. As you should, like our friend Jamie does when she like logs in and like gets to work liking all my tweets. No, kudos to whoever did
Aiden.
Whoever did the gloves are off.
Speaking of Maddie Caps though for a second, Maddie Caps has had a moment.
Congrats to Maddie Caps.
That classic video of the old Roni girls walking through the city with Carrie Bradshaw talking.
Blue Moon.
Yeah, Carrie Bradshaw talking. Blue Moon has made the rounds, gotten to the old Roni girls who are posting it, talking about crying.
As if they like chopped it together.
And even Jill Zarin posted it, and she's not even in the video.
Oh my God, sad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean when I was there for the first go around.
Me too.
And teared up.
I was there. I remember it all too well.
All too well. It was like this, like the Taylor's version.
Yeah.
This go around. Yeah.
Where were we? The nail salon in 8.
In the 8th arrondissement.
Yeah.
And like this, I'm like, this is a Bravo show.
Why?
Because like they're going.
Oh, they're talking shit.
They're going in on this. It's like, why? Like, why are we looking at this little micro collection made for skinny bitches?
Yeah, and Aja was like, didn't Aja say that Victoria told her that the collection was going to be super inclusive?
Yes, yeah. And then she's like, no, it's Barbie dolls for Jenny Rizzuto. Although I did log on to Chloe Collette. The capsule collection, the Parisian capsule collection has sold out.
Have they created a Chloe Collette logo sweatshirt for you yet?
Would love that.
When you're in Paris, you need to go to Chloe.
Oh yeah, no, Liz and I talked about that last week. I don't know if there is a brick and mortar Chloe, but if there is, I want to be like knocking on the door.
Go to the office, I mean.
I'll
be like, hey, Jenny.
Jenny, I got a needle. Let's go. No, actually, like to give the girl credit, like a button fell off a pair of pants, like I would say over a year ago. And I've kept that pair of pants and the button in the pocket. And I bought maybe 6 months ago a little sewing kit. And I've been afraid to like take the needle to the thread. You've never... Do you know how to do it?
Oh, I did it all the time when I was a kid. My mom would have me...
So here's the thing. Nona Grace, my Italian grandmother, would be like... Like, I would never have to do it because she was like a seamstress.
Oh my God. And then when I was poor, like when I first moved to New York, and if my pants would get a rip, I'd find another piece of fabric and sew it right in.
Oh my God. Let me just say, that is the chicest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, no. So I'm going to take needle to thread to button and...
Do it tonight.
A year... No, I don't know if tonight's the night. Okay, so yeah. So that's Chloe Collette. We got Anya, Aja... Power Girls Unite. Let's get this event off the ground.
People want to spin off from these two.
These two deserve it, I would say.
Like the 10 people on Reddit talking about them.
Of the tens of people, 7 are saying, let's get a spinoff. We also have Margot and her partner coming up with slip dresses.
Yeah. But like some of them like aren't quite slip dresses. Like we're doing like... Is it a slip dress if we have a train?
As long as you can slip
it
out.
on.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
I don't know the definition. Sound off in the comments below if you know the definition of a slip dress.
Yeah, I'm sure plenty of people do.
Not these two. So there's that. Anya's event.
The chicest.
The chicest Maison Firestone event. It was sad watching her spiral.
Yeah.
Because I do think here's the thing. I think one of her great talents really is talking about art. Like when she was bringing the girls around to the museum when they were in Cannes, but then also like the way she does it on Instagram. Like she's a very like she knows how to talk about it in an interesting way.
Sure.
I just don't understand how this will become a business.
Right.
Because throwing an event costs
a lot of money. Yeah.
Like having a little backyard wedding that we had costs money. And like, how do you recoup that money into not only recoup it, but you need to like make money so that you can live.
She needs some direction. I think she should maybe go into event planning that's not just her doing her own events. I think maybe like go work for a company.
Sure.
An organization.
Sure. Yeah. Or maybe this is like the resume builder to be able to do that.
Maybe or just start on the bottom floor.
I mean, it's like I loved and hated The Lobster. Because I love like when we're like tying it in and it's like, all right, let's go, girls. But then when it was like flopping down half the episode,
was bad. And like we've seen Lobster on as headpiece reference before.
Have we?
Oh yeah, famously Gaga back in like 2009.
Oh, but that's not Bravo Cinematic Universe.
But I mean, we've seen as a culture.
Okay,
so
right.
It's like when you have that and like you see Gaga with like the piss hair going to dinner with Mika. I think probably in Paris. And then you see Anya try to do something.
So this is, I don't know who I'm like directing this to, maybe Ms. Taylor Swift herself. And we talk about Midnights in the pre-show quite a bit. But this is my plea. Can you get the fucking 3 a.m. tracks available for IG stories right away? Because if I can't post a Paris 3 a.m. track IG story while I'm in Paris shortly, I'm going to lose my mind.
Dan, you're like almost 40. Like, let's stop.
almost being the operative word. The almost is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
No, but I mean, like, just post a photo without a song and go.
But
or pick another song about Paris.
I know. I need Taylor Paris 3 a.m. track.
Most people like watch their Instagram stories without the music, anyways.
Listen, if you're a more sonically inclined person, you may enjoy it. I think that's it. Maison Firestone.
That is it.
Beverly Hills.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I gotta say, 24 episodes in, I'm still having fun. What else is there to really... I mean, like, this was, to me, a comedic episode.
Was it?
It was comedy to me. First of all, Kathy stomping in. Hi, girls.
Hi, girls.
They don't teach that in comedy school.
They don't. I mean, Kathy could teach it.
Kathy could teach it. But then at the same time, am I a Kathy stan?
No.
That's what you all need to figure out, is we are not standing Kathy.
I don't think we're standing any of the women involved in the main fight of the episode.
Yeah. The only periphery person I'm standing
is Dorit. You're about to say Dorit. Yeah.
Because I do think I think in the fight itself, while they were on the couch, her participation in it, to me, was very interesting. And then the pep talk proved what she's bringing to the table.
We're all sisters.
But to me, like, we are in a desert of actual friendship and relationship on Beverly Hills.
Sure. I mean, especially among the Fox Force 5.
Among the Fox Force 5, but even like in the greater. And like Sutton and Garcelle have grown into a nice friendship that's still relatively new. Mm-hmm. But Dorit and Kyle have a history of friendship together,
like 5 years.
At least 5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the desert, that is my drop of water that I am drinking.
Oh, and she was wearing blue.
She was wearing blue. It's like kind of like you're the devil, you're wearing red. You're the water, you're wearing blue.
You're a tree, you're wearing green.
I'm just growing, baby. So yeah, I do think she did a great job. Okay, and another comedic moment. Kathy being like, girls,
I've got the proof.
I got the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Here's my phone. Not a text to Lisa. Case closed. And everyone's like, it's literally on Lisa's phone.
Yeah. Does like Kathy have her settings to delete after 30 days like I do to save space?
Well, that's like one possibility, one very reasonable possibility. But then the other one is you can delete text.
Yeah.
And like, I know Kathy probably did not do it herself because she's posting Instagram comments thinking they are texts or
yeah,
DMs.
she doesn't know.
So like, she's not the technology mastermind, but to roll in like she's like a CSI investigator. I
mean, the confidence she came into this reunion with it's only the confidence of a very rich white woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And what were you feeling?
I mean, we got what the rumors have been telling us, finally.
Yeah, finally. And I think the consensus online, maybe not the consensus actually, because everyone's really sick when it comes to the show. But like, I think most reasonable people believe it all happened. Especially when Andy asked like, okay, you didn't say like XYZ about like Crystal, Dorit, Sutton, blah, blah, blah. So like, what did you say? If Kathy was smart, she should have like come prepared to say an alternative temper tantrum.
Sutton is the best woman I've ever met in my life. I'm angry.
Sutton is so good. Crystal is the best woman I know. Dorit, Mensa. Like,
no, I mean, she's a disaster. And it's so funny, the power of editing. It's like the reunion trailer was like, oh, girls.
You're the best. You're the
she's
worst
going to come eat her up. And people even, like some accounts, some unwell like Twitter accounts were still saying that after the episode aired. And it's like, No. It's like we're just dealing with a couch full of bad people who you can't really root for any of them, right?
Yeah. And so I said those three are all bad. Erica, Rinna, Kathy. And like, some people say Kyle's bad too. And I agree with you. Kyle is bad as well. But like, I do think I think we could have talked about this for 3 hours, like all of this, instead of like 3 parts of other stuff. But I do think, succinctly put, Kathy coming up to Kyle after the altercation, after whatever happened with Erica, and going to Kyle and being like, "Get up, we're leaving." Like, if I was Kyle, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
right.
Kathy does treat Kyle like she is her child.
Yeah, and I mean, you even saw it with their body language and everything that happened during the reunion, like them sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
It's not good. And it's obviously there's so much horrible family history there, and it's hard with siblings to say who's in the right every single time.
Yeah.
And it's also a family that like holds grudges more than any other family I've ever encountered.
Yeah. I do think Kyle had many opportunities to defend Kathy in some way. But at the same time, like, if Kathy was like, "Fuck Kyle, like, I want to destroy her. If it's the last thing I do," I'd be like, whatever.
Also, did you see the post that Kathy put up this week? And it was one of Kim's daughter's baby showers. And it's Kathy surrounded by all the nieces of the family.
Oh, I didn't see her surrounded. I saw Kim's daughter surrounded by them.
Kathy was in the mix.
Oh, okay.
Or at least there, but there was no Kim or Kyle in sight. There was a Faye Resnick in sight, though.
There had to be Kim, because it was Kim's daughter's baby shower.
She's not in anything that Kathy posted, and I have not seen evidence of her being there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but Faye was there. Faye has been cheek to cheek, hip to hip with Kathy this entire last 2 weeks. What's going on there? We thought she was Kyle's friend.
Wow, you heard it here first. Come Through Queen exclusive.
Or it's just on Instagram.
Kathy but like it was there, but you're the first one like piecing it together.
Sure.
Kathy and Faye.
And Faye was at was it Paris's birthday that Sutton was also at?
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like Kathy knows what she's doing.
Okay. What else about this reunion?
I mean, the end, just to watch the end when the vodka sodas come out.
So about that, like Andy and some of the other girls are like, for the first time in Housewives history, we're not doing a toast. And it's like, actually, you did do a toast.
We did do a toast. And then like the weird thing about that too is like Kyle didn't toast with a drink. She put her fist in there.
I know. As if like she had a glass of water and didn't want to toast with that for bad luck.
Yeah.
It's not like the fist breaks a magic spell. Like,
so I don't know, but then Andy hugs her right after, which was sweet.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, do you think?
Listen, the ratings are the best of any Bravo show.
The ratings for the reunion were like 1.5 million. That is unheard of on Bravo. Currently.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day.
Back in the day, of course. Hello.
So why would they do anything?
I don't know.
I mean, we're giving ultimatums, so theoretically it's Kathy or Rinna.
I think, here's the thing. I think we've seen everything we need to see with Kathy.
Yeah.
Like, where would we go from here? And the only direction we go is like the depressing demise of a family, whether or not we like believe they're good people or not. Let's hire a new gal.
Yeah. I mean, we have Diana's spot to fill.
Diana's spot, and then like
Kathy's spot.
And it's like another friend and go from there.
Cherie's spot.
And Cherie's spot, yeah.
Like, we didn't even speak of her.
I know. But it's like, who knows? Sometimes friend ofs who you think are gone come back around. And with that, I mean, we should transition to Salt Lake City because the name on everybody's lips is Angie H.
Okay. I have to jump to the very end because to me this is like the most interesting part. Shaw exposed.
I know. The preview for next week is Angie H centric.
Yeah. I mean, this is giving Fame Horgas.
Yes.
And I feel like I don't think everyone knows about Fame Horgas.
Fame Horgas was it was the Bible at one point in my life. It was a blog that was exposing the Gorgas when they first joined Real Housewives in New Jersey.
But then it was just exposing everyone.
And then it just started exposing everyone.
Yeah.
I will say another parallel between this and New Jersey. We're getting 2 friend ofs with the same name, so they have to have an initial.
It's annoying, actually.
No, I love it. It's the new Kim D and Kim G.
Yeah. I see that POV. For me, I was thinking like, can someone be Angela? Can someone be Ange?
No. It's so much more fun that they have to say Angie H every time they talk about her.
It's like so...
It's camp.
Inelegant.
It is looking camp right in the eye. I'm sorry.
It's Carly. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm very happy to be out of Sedona or wherever we were.
Yeah. Though they called it Phoenix at one point.
Okay. Well, I literally have no idea. Were we in Arizona? I don't even know.
We were.
Okay.
Because Heather was like, it's like the white trash version of Utah or something.
Okay.
I've been to Arizona once. Very hot.
It was funny that we flew to New York with a camera for a split second of Jen saying, "Baby, I'm coming home."
Against a wall.
Against a wall.
And then I wondered, I was like, they must have just like hired a guy for like a day to go out there and get some footage.
Or got like someone from Shed who's like not busy.
Yeah, a local.
Wait,
yeah, a
Shed.
local. Yeah.
I forgot that this is Shed.
Yeah, we've got a local.
Okay. Wow. Well, this was originally what's the Beverly Hills
Evolution.
This was an Evolution.
It was
project.
First season. It was shot by Evolution and then handed over to Shed to edit, and then Shed took it for second season and did the entire production, and now third season is doing the entire production.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
Insider luck.
I feel like we did like a Patreon episode explaining this.
Explaining the production companies. Yes.
Because you get a different flavor with each one.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing a lot of like family time. We're notarizing documents.
We're with the Marxes.
We are talking about boyfriends.
So this was interesting because I think it's the first time we've actually talked about boyfriends with Brooks.
Yes.
And then he turned it to Seth, and Seth says his ideal boyfriend would be Brett Favre. Isn't Brett Favre in a lot of trouble right now?
Yeah, so I know that.
He's like taking funds from something and giving it to something that benefits him.
Yeah, it's very Cheyenne.
It's very Cheyenne. So that's a fun not fun. It's like an interesting Easter egg. I heard people complaining about it online.
Yeah. I'm sure.
How many times have we we've heard so-and-so say this online?
I mean, this is out of our wheelhouse, but we know sound off in the comments and please explain.
Yeah, I think it was like money meant for the homeless that he's giving to.
How did he even get his hands on it? That's the question.
I think it involves governments.
Charities.
I think it involves like grants that governments were giving, and he had some sway with like a city council.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. So we got that. I mean, we're sending the document to leave the church. Mm-hmm. We got Jen Shah with Coach explaining the mock trials.
And they stare at each other.
And I mean, that confessional look, not an original thought, but super villain.
The Hamburglar one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heather reintroduces us to Angie.
Which is funny because, like, if anything, Angie was most closely connected, number one, to Lisa Barlow, and then Whitney.
Yes. But any way to get on. And then she's like, the thing about Angie is we're having martinis midday at our house. And she's kind of like being a kooky queen. And then she's also referring to the room that we're in for its
salon.
but like for its past references to like a fight happened here.
Oh, okay.
It was the fight between her and Lisa Barlow happened in that room, I think. And I think she thinks it's like really iconic in her life. So she's trying to bring that to the forefront.
I also loved her being like, oh, you have to tell me what happened in Arizona. Like, as if she's kind of like yes-anding her being, as if like she's always been a part of the show.
She is going to try her hardest on this show. And I think will be a thirsty friend of, and I think we need that energy.
Okay.
Like her trying to bring Lisa aside later in the episode and it like doesn't work is like kind of iconic too. Because it's like Lisa's probably like thinking, you're not on this show really. You're being brought with 2 other women to like fully audition for this show because we lost 2 cast members.
Well, that was an open casting call.
Oh, well, yeah, it was a cattle call.
We had 5 cousins. We had Katie, who didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
We had 3 friends of. It's like, all right, girls, who in Salt Lake City wants in?
Thank God. I like want to know the like thought too, because obviously we lost Mary, and then we must have lost Jenny like maybe right before they went to Sedona.
Yeah.
So it's like we need to keep the girls busy while we look around Salt Lake.
Yes.
And like try to find some people. Let's throw Angie H in there again just in case.
Yeah. What was funny with the cattle call was like we got 5 cousins, and like they're all normal humans like us. And then we got Dana coming in with a blowout.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, that's a cast member.
Yeah. And it's like she's like Dana from Beauty Lab, but she doesn't work there. She just goes there.
She's like one of my favorite clients. Like, I love, like, she could have gotten a manicure once, and like that's our connection.
Exactly. I think Angie H is doomed though, because you want to know why? I can't stop thinking about her, and that's the curse.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, we know you can't stand a friend on this podcast. Ooh. Before we got to the Bunny Hill, we did have the Lisa Barlow, John Barlow moment, which I do think was this the first time we're really fleshing out the fact that she's one of 6 but 1 brother.
I don't think we landed on the brother. I think we really only have landed in the past
The
on
one
like one sister
who like hooked up with John.
Yes. Or no, they went on like a date. They never hooked up.
Okay.
But no, before we get to that, the lead up into that scene was actually like really funny editing.
Oh.
It was, we could only hear her voice, and she was like saying like, "Oh, John, this is really hard. Like, oh, do I need to get on my knees?"
Oh yeah. The exercising. Yeah.
Sorry, I like the lowest common denominator, like sex jokes.
But every sister is divorced.
Except for one.
No,
John
the one.
and her, yeah.
And then it's the brother who's still married.
Brian?
I don't know his name.
I think it's Brian.
Yeah, so we got that. But then also, it was strange to see her being like, oh, we need to work on this. Because she's not one to admit something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Everything's usually hunky-dory.
Yeah. So that was interesting to me.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why Whitney is so mad.
Ooh. Whitney, it's hard to understand the reasoning.
It's like...
Back me up.
I know, and she even was like, well, we're fighting over details. And it's like...
You are.
You are. And Heather is saying, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And then I think she's going to want Heather to like admit that she was like blackout drunk or something like that. And it's just like, I don't know. I love Whitney. She's one of my little snow bunnies.
Yeah, I love the snow bunnies.
But can we just get along? And they're still fighting to this day.
I know. That's what doesn't make sense is that this is so... I mean, to me, the bad part really was the
Physical?
diminishing.
Oh.
No, the physical, whatever. The diminishing of the, like, oh, you were making this weekend about you when it should be about Jen.
Yeah.
Like, but Whitney's not even harping on that so much. She's harping more on the part that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's like now she's best friends with like Lisa Barlow, but she's the one who wants to keep on bringing up she sucked dick for jazz tickets. I'm sorry, but how hard could it be to get tickets on the floor at the Utah Jazz? We're not talking Lakers. We're not talking Nets. We're not talking Knicks.
So on my
is that Coast-ish?
No, it's not. I don't think the Jazz girls are really like winning playoffs. Sure. I could be wrong, but someone's listening. I'm gonna just say that because I'm scrolling Instagram. I'm getting Jazz windbreaker Amazon ads.
You should buy one.
They are kind of chic.
Chic? You should suck dick for one.
No, I don't. I think I could just send Jeff like $20 and get one. But it's giving kind of,
80s.
Yeah, but what's back in the day like the one that all us gay kids loved?
Members only?
No. Like not Miami Dolphins. Is it Miami Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins. Everyone.
No. There was one that had like he looked like a little bug, like a bee, not a bee, or like a fly, and it was like purple and teal.
Oh, I think it was like Charlotte something.
Charlotte
maybe.
Hornets.
Hornets, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. We got there. It looks kind of like a nod to that color palette.
Sure. What I liked as a kid, the Mighty Ducks, Anaheim.
Well, that was sadly fictional.
No, it became real.
Oh, it became real.
It became the Anaheim Ducks.
Wow. So like really life imitating art.
It literally was a Disney, like they created a fucking hockey team after the movie was successful.
Okay, interesting. Wow. We've probably delved more into sports this episode than we ever have before.
Oh yeah, I've been to a Hawks game. I actually sat on the floor behind Ted Turner and I threw up on the and my dad was like, "Holy shit, we got to get out of here." And we just left without cleaning it up.
Wow. That's really bad. Yeah, that's Salt Lake City. It's hard to envision where we're going.
We'll probably do like 2 more ski trips.
No, please.
Down the Bunny Hill.
Okay. Shall we crown a Freak of the Week and the One True Queen?
Let's do it.
Yeah, our Freak of the Week. We maybe even have done this once or twice before.
Oh, we're always doing this.
But so be it. We're not calling for people being fired unless they truly deserve it. Mm-hmm. And like maybe people have different levels of what truly deserve means. But I feel like Beverly Hills, I'm entertained, baby.
Yeah, the people we're calling freaks are the people who are constantly calling for cast members on these shows to be fired.
And also people who are like, ugh, I hate this. Like,
I can't believe I had to watch another part of the reunion.
It's like, don't watch it. Like
literally turn it off.
And like, there are many times we have not wanted to watch something, but we only do because of this show. If you don't have a show, just don't watch.
But I wouldn't have. I don't think I've ever been like complaining about watching really anything.
No, but for me, it's more like, oh, this is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Not like, I'm so angry by what I'm watching.
I know, like making memes about like how hard it was for you to get through the last part of the reunion.
Wow. But so for those of you,
are we bullying? Is this bullying?
This is bullying. We are Kathy right now. We're stomping on glasses. We're punching walls. We're
Lisa Rinna, the biggest bullies in Brooklyn.
Choose your villain. That's who we are. No, our One True Queen. We already talked about her, but truly, Alexis Bellino, the moment, the mother.
Amazing.
Wow. What a week. This time next week when you listen to us, we will have traveled to deep space. Can you believe that? Mm-hmm. You have a Patreon pre-show. We're talking about Chucky. We're talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about
American Horror Story.
We're talking about Halloween Ends, a Kyle Richards film A.
Yes.
So tune into that and like, comment, subscribe, retweet.
Love us, please retweet.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I wanna see ya come through, Queen.